Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to use CASIO fx-991EX model to solve the complex number equations. Here I'm going to go through how to deal with complex number as well as how to do calculations with complex number using this calculator brand. Most probably the all models of CASIO have the same similar setups, but there might be some differences, so I hope you could always watch any other videos if you have any other models too. Let's go to the video. So here I'm going to show you first of all how to change the basic function to complex number function. Most probably, as you all know, as it's a scientific calculator model, there might be many other functions actually we don't use in the day-to-day life. However, there are many functions, so you can also watch that. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up with the basic complex number. So here, first of all, we need to know some basic things about this calculator. As you can see over here, there is a shift button and there's a alpha button. What are they? As you can see that shift is in yellow color as well as the alpha button is denoted in red color. Why is that? The reason is, as you can see in each and every button, there is a value or there is a notation about that button. As you can see over here about this OPTN button, there is a code QR as it's denoted in this yellow color. Likewise, if you see this calc button, there in the above of that calc button, you can see there's a notation called solved in the yellow color as well as the equal sign in the red button. So these are the things you need to note. Why is that? What are the reason behind this is when you are calculating this or when you need to use these functions which are denoted by this yellow color, you need to click the shift button before using that. Let's say I'm going to use this solve. So for that, first I need to click this shift button. After that only I need to click this calc button. So let's click the calc. So I didn't enter any operation, so it won't work. But this is a simple fact you need to know. Let's say you need to do the sums with the red color function which is denoted above those buttons. First you need to click this alpha button. So after that only you need to click this button. If you click this, it will give the equal sign because above this button there's an equal sign which is denoted by red. So these are the basic things you need to know about this. Another one more thing is most probably when you click this shift button once, the shift will work over here. If you click it twice, it will vanishes. For that again, for using this shift button again, you need to click like this. So when you click this, some might think whether I have already clicked or not. You can make sure by checking these things. When you click this shift button, you will see a S symbol over here. In the top of the screen, you can see the S button. If you click twice, it will disappear. Likewise, when you click this alpha button over here, you will see another A sign over there. So these are the things you need to know before starting with our operation. So let's see, I'm going to change this function. Before using this complex number functions, you need to set this calculator to complex number. It's not a big deal, you can easily do that. First of all, you need to click this menu button. For that I have missed one part. Let's say you need to use this button, this root button which is denoted in white color, and above this button, in this button, you can directly use that without using these two buttons. So this is the basic thing. So here I'm going to show how to change this to complex number form. It's not a big deal, as I have already mentioned. First, you need to click this menu button. So I'm going to click this menu button. Once you click this menu button, most probably your calculator will show this one. This is known as calculate function. This is the basic operation you can follow this in this calculator without changing any function. It's the default function. So here there are many functions will shown over here. As you can see, this is the basic calculate function. In the second part, for going to the second part, you need to click either these or any buttons you can easily move around the base. So here, if you click this, you will see this is the complex number form. So you can easily figure out there is the complex number. So these are the ways. So you can find, there are many types. There is a vector and statistic also. there is a table, as well as there's a equation function also. You can solve the equation using that. So there are many other functions. Let's focus on the complex number only. So for that, when you are going to do the complex number, as you can see over here, the complex number is shown in this second number, which denote this second number. You can go to the second function, the second, which is noted by a complex number. You can directly click this 2. When you click this 2, it will automatically change for complex number. Let's say either you can change it by clicking the number, or you can go for that icon. Let's say I'm going to change it for complex number second. So let's say I'm going to go to the second button, and you can press this equal sign. It also will change to complex number. So I have already changed this for complex number. If you want to check again, you can click this menu button. It will show what the feature is used here. So after that, I'm going to click that off button. So let's say these are the basic function. Let's say I'm going to type a complex number in Cartesian form. The next problem is there might be Cartesian form or polar form. So the difference, how to deal with these different kind of forms, you need to know when you are using a calculator. So these are the basic things. Let's say I'm going to type 4 plus 4i. How I'm going to write that? So let's say when I'm going to write that, first I need to click this 4. So this is the real part in the Cartesian form. And this, when I click this, the plus sign will appear. After that 4, and after that I'm going to change this for I. 4 plus 4i. The 4 part is the real, and the imaginary part is 4i. So I'm going to click this here. Over ENG button, you can find that the I is in the purple color because I have already changed for complex number. The I will be the default. If I click this ENG button without pressing shift or alpha, it will show as I. This is the main point. That's why it denoted in other color rather than yellow or red. So I have get this 4 plus 4i. So when I click this equal sign button, I can find that 5 plus 6y with the angle 45 degrees. As you can see over here, you have get this in the polar form 5.656 and the angle unit as well as the 45. So here I have written in the Cartesian form, but I have get the answer in this polar form. Why is that? The thing is, you can also change this output into the Cartesian form also. So let's see how to change that output to either either in Cartesian form or the polar form. So this is the simple. Most probably when you are doing this for first time, you will definitely get in the Cartesian form, which means when you click this equal button after typing the 4 plus 4i, you will shown like 4 plus 4i, but I have already changed to polar form, the output to polar form. That's why it's shown in the polar form. Let's see how to change that of polar form. For that, you need to click this setup button. How to do this setup button is a simple thing. You need to first click this shift button. So when I click that, there will be a sign called as. After that, I'm going to click this same setup button. As I have already mentioned, when I'm clicking this button, the setup will be work because I have clicked the shift button, which means when I'm clicking that, it will appear another screen. Let's see. So when I'm clicking that, I have get another screen which is different from the previous one. Here there are many functions, you can always watch that. So let's say I'm just tell a brief introduction for those. So here you can find in the second there's the angle unit. As you can always see, when I get for the previous, I got a polar form in that answer, which is similar to 50 point something, and the angle unit under angle, and the angle symbol as well as that angle. So for that I have already set up, it's a default setup. The angle will be shown in degree format. If you like to change for another format, just you need to go to the shift and press the setup button, and after that just go to the angle unit. If you click that, you can find degree as well as radian, gradients. If you want to change for radian, you need to click the simple button. It will automatically change. But in the default, it will shown in the degree. In my exam, they will ask in degree, so I'm not going to change. If you want, you can change always. Let's say we don't need, so I'm going to go back. So after that, there's a number format. If you click this number format, it will show the output methods. Let's say if you need the answer in the scientific form, you can always change it by going for 3 and there's the scientific format. Also, if you need the answer in the decimal points, you can always point that. Or if you need the answer for the fixed decimal, which means if you need the answer for 3 decimals or 4 decimals, you can always set up like that. But here I'm going to have this normal, so there's normal as well as in the second. So you can always change it over here. So let's say I'm going to change it for Cartesian form. How to do that? Let's click this below button. If you click that, you will see this complex. So when you see this complex, just press this, you will shown like this. The first one is a plus bi. This means the output. So when I'm inputting any other and doing the complex number sums, after that when you click this equal form, it will return the answer in a plus bi, which means that return the answer in the Cartesian form if you click this one. So in the previous I have get the answer in the polar form, so I have already changed it for second. Let's say I'm going to change it for Cartesian form again, so I'm going to click this one. So it has changed to Cartesian form. You can easily find that by looking this button. So if you see this I button, which means there's a Cartesian form. If it's in the polar form, or if the output will be in the polar form, you can easily figure out because you can see an angle sign over here. So you can easily find by the symbols shown here. Let's say let's check the same answer again, same question again. I'm going to type this 4 plus 4i. I'm going to take this equal button. So I'm getting the answer 4 plus 4i. As I have changed to Cartesian form again. Let's see how to change the polar form a complex number to Cartesian form. Most of the electrical engineering students will need this. I hope you might need this. So how I'm going to change the answer from polar form to Cartesian form? As I have already mentioned, I have already set up this to show this output in Cartesian form. So I need to give the input in the polar form. So giving the input, you can directly use this ENG button. Before that, you can see this angle sign in the yellow color. So you need to click the shift button before clicking this angle sign. So here I'm going to give this radius part first. So 4, I'm going to give the radius part. After that, I'm going to give the angle part. So before that angle part, I'm going to give this angle symbol. So for that, just I'm going to click this shift and I'm going to click this. When I click that, the angle sign will be appeared. After that, I'm going to give the angle. So I'm going to give 30. Remember that I have already mentioned it will be calculated using normally it will be calculated using degree. So big remind that. So let's say I'm going to change this. Let's press this equal button. If I click that, it will automatically change for complex Cartesian form because I have already changed for Cartesian form output. Let's say I need something to convert in complex, so some Cartesian form to polar form. It's also a similar way you need to follow. Just click this shift button. After that, click the setup button. Now I'm going to go to the complex number. After that, I'm going to change the output for r theta, which is shown as a polar form. So once I click that, I will get this screen. So I'm going to give the Cartesian for over here. So 5 and plus 6i. So here I have typed here 5 plus 6i. When I click this, it will automatically change to polar form. 7.8 by radius as well as 50.19 angle in degrees. So these are the basic functions you need to know about this. Let's say I'm going to deduct or add or do any basic operation with this complex number. You can always do that. So you can use these normal buttons to do that. Let's say I'm going to divide two complex number. Let's say I'm going to divide 4 plus 4i over 3 plus 3i. How to do that? Just you need to click this bracket. So 4 plus 4i. After that, you need to click this divide button. After that, click the button again, because if you don't use the brackets for the complex number, it will change the items. So let's say 6 plus 6i and click this. So you will be getting the answer as this decimal So I think there will be only a real part over here. That's why the answer in this real part. I'm going to change this for 4. That's what, let's try that. Yes, when you click that, you will get this total part as well as the angle also. So these are the basic kind of operation you need to know before doing that. Also, you can use the polar form outputs to do the basic sums also. So let's say I'm going to use these. So 5 with the angle. So before that, when I'm clicking the angle as it's shown in the yellow color, I need to click this shift button. After that only I need to click this eng button. So I have get this sign. After that I'm going to do this 60. Yes. Okay, I'm going to add something again. Let's say I'm going to add the same thing, 5 in the polar form as well as in the 60. Most probably you will know what would be the answer. So here, as it's in the same direction, 60-60 angle, the magnitude of that of that complex number have been increased or have been doubled. So 10 in the angle of 60. These are the basic operations you can directly do by this. So hope I have teach I have taught something important for you. If you have any doubts or if you have any other ideas or suggestions to make videos on these topics, just comment it below. Thank you for watching.